Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki, Ram Navami Mahotsava ki, Haribol. Nice to see not only devotees, but colorful Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Haribol. It's nice to see you. Wonderful surprise. That's my god brother from ISKCON Baltimore Temple visiting us. Haribol. Nice to see devotees not only present, but also in very colorful, attractive characters. We are running half an hour late, so we ask devotees to please tolerate with us. We'll start with the dramas, and then we'll go into the lecture. Srila Prabhupada says in every auspicious festival of our avatars and great acharyas, we should always have a lecture, because then it doesn't become a social event. It doesn't become, just going for a party and coming back. We hear, we take something from it, and we digest it the whole week, the whole life, actually. So we'll start with the dramas and go into the lecture. If I can request devotees to please come as close as you can, because the devotees are going to be acting up here. So there's so much space. You don't have to cramp yourself against the wall. Please come closer this side, so that women too, can we come closer? Too much packed in the corner. Let's come up front a little bit, so that we can really enjoy and hear. Now, some of them may not be using mic, so it's very important that you come closer, so you can hear what they're saying. Very important. Before we start this, I want to really, really acknowledge all the devotees for doing this amazing enactment of Lord Ram's pastime. Today you will see each and every devotee in action. When I say action, I mean action. And it's going to be a beautiful sight, beautiful sight. We had this idea, I think, about 3 weeks ago, and we had 4 groups. We had the young women, the young men, the Matajis and the Prabhus, and they all had their own pastime. They could pick any pastime they want from Lord Ram, and they spent so much time. And Krishna's arrangement, I happened to be on the WhatsApp group for all these 4 groups, didn't need to be in it, but I'm glad I was part of it because I could see and feel the enthusiasm, the effort, what else? The determination, the dedication, the time. I mean, I was speechless. I was speechless. So without further delay, and Krishna's arrangement, the 4 pastimes happen to be from, Lord Ram from small up until the end of the period of exile. So that's also the mercy of the Lord. So the first part will be the women. Like we said, those women are powerful. So get ready for a wonderful show. And hear attentively, because they were going to be depicting the pastime. Correct me if I'm wrong, Varsha. They're going to be depicting the pastime of the 3 queens of Dasarath, along with something to do with Lord Ram. The banishing of Lord Ram. Okay? So we're going to go through that, and then we'll go to the next scene. So, Matajis, rock the floor. And you will see them in action. I will try to entertain the group while you're waiting for the women. when I was on the WhatsApp, Surat, give me a hand when you need me to stop talking, okay? When I was on the WhatsApp group with the women as they were preparing for this drama, they took the time to get the script from Ramayana. They took the time to transcribe the script. Now these are full-time working mothers, full-time working women, you know. With their busy schedule, somehow they found the time to transcribe their part. They cut it short, they did some detailing, you know, as they call it, added some spunk to it, and recorded their voice with emotions and the drama. You good, Suvi?
Bring back Lodram from the forest. One's love for the supreme personality of Godhead.
Okay. And they really got the costume. They spent time. They were on Zoom calls. I think almost every other evening, rehearsing. They had a women's evening night on weekends trying to figure out the costume and the rehearsing and the costume, you know, and the lines and the dialogues especially. It was amazing. And I said, wow, if the Matajis can do this, why are they sitting in the back seat? Rival. No, we got up in the front seat.
Long ago, there was a king named Dashrath.
Like I always say, never underestimate the power of a woman. Because Krishna himself, you're ready? Okay, I'm going to quit. Go ahead, guys. Harival.
Long ago, there was a king named Dashrath in India. He had his capital at Ayodhya. He was a brave but God-fearing ruler who loved his subjects as his children. He had 3 queens named Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. The queens were very beautiful, pious, and virtuous ladies. Dashrath belonged to the dynasty starting from the sun god himself. He worshipped the sun daily as guided by the royal priest who was named Sage Vashishta.
Today, with your blessing, we have happiness, wealth, contentment. There is only one dearth that bothers me, the Suryavansh, in which brave kings like Dilip, Bhagirath, Harishchandra were born. Is this Gurukul ends with me, Gurudev? Will there be no more to perform the last rites of our ancestors? Maharishi Vashishta, I only pray to deity sun god, son of Suryavansh, should not set with me.
You know, Gurudev, if there is no one to address you as a mother, then woman is always incomplete.
While woman is childless, till then all the happiness and wealth of the universe can never fulfill emptiness of this palace.
You are the witness of the 3 words, Gurudev. You know our plight.
Queen Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, Sumitra, sun god will surely fulfill your wish, but for that you need to perform the Putra Kamishti Yajna.
So, Gurudev, why to wait? Can we start the preparation of the yajna?
But goddess, I can't perform that yajna.
Who else will perform it if not you?
Rishi Shringamuni, who is knowledgeable person and expert doing this yajna, so this yajna can only be performed by him.
Then let us start preparing for the yajna.
No goddess Kaikeyi, the king himself should go and request him.
Gurudev, I am ready to visit him.
Let us ask Arya Samantra to arrange chariot, elephants, army to go with the king. King will be leaving today.
There is no need of chariot, etc. King is visiting Yogi to ask something, not to boast wealth and bravery, so he should go alone there.
Yes, Gurudev, you are right. King will not visit the sage, but beggar will visit the sage. Gurudev, please bless me.
May your wish will be fulfilled, King.
Maharaj Dashrath was headed to convince the sage barefoot. He fell to the feet of the sage with his eyes full of tears. The sage was very pleased with Maharaj and gave him his blessings to perform Putra Kameshti Yagna, the sacrifice held to beget children. Then, under the instructions of the sage, the yagna began, and Agni Deva, the lord of fire, appeared and gave a bowl of kheer pudding to Maharaj Dashrath. One portion of the pudding was given to Queen Kaushalya, and the other portion was given to Queen Kaikeyi. Both queens shared half of their pudding with the third queen, Queen Sumitra. After a few months, on the day of Navami, Madhumas, in Shukla Paksha, in the center of daytime, Dashrath, seeing his son endowed with so many virtues,
Okay, so we're going to split the pastime, and the girls will come in the picture, and then we'll continue with the women. It's getting spicy, eh? I'm telling you, this is the sweetness. So the girls are going to be performing a Sita pastime, and we all know that without Ram, with Ram there has to be Sita. When there's Sita, there is Ram. They are never incomplete or inseparable. So they're always there. So now we're going to see a beautiful pastime of Sita and her sisters performed by the youth girls. And now, after the queens of Dasaraths were pregnant with the 4 divine sons, it went up to the pastime of Sitaram growing up when they were little girls. And we switch back to the scene when Ram has also grown up. So let's see what the women have to show us. What happens?
Dasharath, seeing his son endowed with so many virtues, longed to see him installed as the crowned prince. The king discussed his desire with his ministers and priests. They all unanimously agreed that Ram, as the eldest son, was the rightful heir to the throne and that he would be the most popular choice of the people. The news of Ram's coronation quickly spread around the city, delighting everyone except for wicked Manthara.
Get up, foolish woman. How can you lay there when calamity stares you in the face? You lay here at ease, even as the flood of misery sweeps towards you. Thoroughly neglected by your husband, you are now threatened with utter ruin.
Pray, tell me what causes you sorrow at this time. You seem sorely afflicted.
Having sent your own son Bharat away to a distant kingdom, this wicked king now plans to install Ram as crown prince. What greater misfortune could there be for you?
This is surely the best news you have ever brought me. My heart swells with pleasure at hearing your words, which seem to me like nectar. I wish to reward you. Take this gift and tell me if there is anything else I can do for you.
This is no occasion for joy, foolish lady. What strange frame of mind has seized you? An ocean of grief threatens to overwhelm you, and yet you stand here smiling. Your stepson Ram will become king, while your own son Bharat is left aside. Bharat's claim to the throne is the same as Ram's, and thus Ram will see him as an enemy. Lakshman serves only Ram, and Shatrughna serves your son. Therefore, it is only Ram or Bharat who may be crowned as the sovereign of this world. My mind quakes with fear to think of the danger to your son from the powerful Ram once he is king. You should ask that Ram be banished for no less than 14 years. Within that time, your son Bharat will become dear to the people, and he will be firmly established on the throne.
King Dasharath felt it was time for Ram's King Dasharath felt it was time for Ram's coronation and began planning for it. While the whole city was enjoying the festivities, Manthara, the hunchback maid of Kaikeyi, planted a poisonous seed of jealousy in Kaikeyi, resulting in a treacherous plot against Ram. Kaikeyi asked King Dasharath for her boons, and bound by his word, he fulfilled his promise to her.
Why do you appear to be so upset? Are you not well? Has someone insulted you? Tell me, my love, what is troubling you?
Only you can satisfy me. Promise me that you will do what I ask. Only then will I be happy.
Certainly, Kaikai. You know how much I love you. I will do anything you ask of me.
Well, then I wish to ask you to fulfill the 2 boons you gave me years ago. The first is that I want Bharat to be crowned instead of Rama. As for the other boon, Rama should spend 14 years in the forest.
How can you ask this of me? This is not possible. What a cruel, wicked woman you are. Kaikai, please don't do this to me. I beg you, Kaikai, have a pity on me.
If you do not call Rama this very moment and tell him what I want, I shall do it myself. Guards, tell Rama that his father wishes to see him immediately.
Pranipat, Mata Kaikai.
Rama, years ago I received 2 boons from the king. I have now asked him to fulfill them. For your father's words to come true, you must execute them. I demand the throne for Bharat and exile for you for 14 years.
Is that all, Mother? I am happy that I could be useful in keeping Father's promise. Father should not feel unhappy on this account. I shall leave this very moment.
When Ram heard this news, he was not disturbed at all, and he tried to console his grieving father. Sita and Lakshman decided to join Ram in his exile, and all 3 of them gave up their royal garments and put on simple clothes and left for the forest.
And from here, we go to the part which we know that Lord Ram was exiled for 14 years, while Bharat was away with his brother Shatrughna in Bharat's motherland. He finds out about something, about his father's, illness, and he comes to find out that Lord Ram was banished. And in this scene, we will see the pastime of Bharat and his love and surrender to Lord Ram. And this part will be enacted by the men. So let's see how they bring this to life. So far, are we having fun? It's amazing. It's beautiful. And while the men are getting ready, I want to say that I happen to also be on the men's WhatsApp group when they were planning this. I don't know why I was in it, but I was in it. And the energy and I was speechless. I just want to pick me up here. And their dedication and their devotion and the recording and the transcribing and the script, unbelievable, unbelievable. And you will see it come to life. All the men, how they really brought about this pastime. We ready? Where's Suvrat? I think he's got the soundtrack. You ready? Oh, they're not ready. Okay. Oops. Give me a cue when you're ready. And you can see the costumes. They took time with all the costumes. They took time to purchase the wigs. They took time to put so much energy and dedication and, effort in this whole drama. And they only had 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Now, 2 weeks, and they all work full time. So they did a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of rehearsing on the phone. So yes, they really came together. I don't know if you all recognize who they are behind their masks and their wigs and what have you, but yeah, it's amazing. We ready? Yeah. Haribol, let's rock it.
The next offering is Bharat Milap by the Prabhujis. In this screenplay, you will experience Bharat's love for Lord Ram and how he was so determined to bring back Lord Ram from the forest. One's love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead can be expressed in so many ways. Let us see how Bharatji expressed his love towards Lord Ram.
Maharaj gave me a blessing that I will go and bring back Lord Ram. If Lord Ram doesn't agree, I will also live the life of sannyasi. I will not rule the kingdom. I am the son of King Dashratha, who left this world to fulfill his promise. And I am brother of Lord Ram, who gave up the kingdom of Ayodhya. I keep the promise of father. My dear brother Lord Ram will be the king of Ayodhya. I pray to Gurudev to give me permission to bring back Lord Ram.
Great. You are great, Bharat. You are a personified person. There are so many victorious kings in your lineage. But you have surpassed all of them by rejecting the kingdom of Ayodhya to protect the religion. Bharat, you are king of kings. You are great. May you always be victorious.
भारत चला रे अपने राजा को मनाने, भारत चला रे अपने राजा को मनाने, राजा को मनाने, राजा को.
Nishad Raj gets the news from his soldiers that Bharat is coming towards Sringwarpur with the big army. He thinks that Bharat is marching towards Ram and intends to kill Lord Ram. Let's see what happens.
Soldiers, get ready for the war. We won't let Bharat pass us to kill Lord Ram. Be ready to kill or to be killed for Lord Ram. Prabhu Ramchandra ji ki jai. Prabhu Ramchandra ji ki jai.
Pranam Nishad Raj. Please accept my humble obeisances. You are a very dear friend of my brother Ram. So you are my elder brother as well. You have rendered huge service to him while he stayed here. I am very grateful to you. Please bless me. I will feel that Lord Ram is blessing me.
No, Bharat. You are brother of great Lord Ram. My heart trembles seeing your love for Lord Ram. I was thinking wrong about you. Please forgive me. Welcome to Nishad Raj. Tell me, how can I serve you?
I am going to bring back Lord Ram to Ayodhya. Everyone is waiting for him to return and have the Ram Rajya. Can you please direct me to him?
Yes, why not? I am very happy and fortunate to get this chance. I will come with you to bring Lord Ram back. Let's go. He went towards Chitrakoot.
गंगा तीर पावरी त्यागी, नंगे पाव चला रे बैरागी.
Bhaiya, he's here.
Who is here, my dear Lakshman?
Bharat is here with his army and he seems to be in the mood of attacking us.
Lakshman, any ordinary man's mind can be changed by prestige and kingdom, but Bharat's position is greater than demigods. He is the embodiment of greatness in the form of human. He will not do something like that.
Brother, my dear brother Ram, So happy to see you, Bhaiya. I am taking shelter at your feet.
Bharat, you have come, Bharat, my brother.
No, Ram Bhaiya, I don't deserve this. I am a sinner. I am a great sinner. Because of me, all of you are in such a state. Don't greet such a sinner.
Please forgive me, Bhaiya. Please forgive me. I misunderstood you.
Pranam, Gurudev. Please take a seat.
Hey Ram, you are collection of religion, morality and knowledge. Everyone's emotion depend on you. You also know that Bharat brought a request for you. Everyone is suffering in your separation. You are merciful. Please give us a solution in this.
Hey Pujyavar Gurudev, in our dynasty, following the instruction of Guru Maharaj is our topmost duty. Obeying your instruction will give peace and happiness to all of us. Therefore, whatever is your decision as per Shastra's guideline, we will follow.
Hey Bharat, Ram is the deliverer for all. So please speak out your concern without hesitation.
Param Pujya Gurudev Bhaiya, the real heir of Ayodhya is Sri Ram. But my mother tricked King Dashrath and gave me the kingdom. I feel this is injustice. The real heir of the throne is the eldest son. So, please accept my prayer and accept the kingdom of Ayodhya. Only you deserve to be the king of the citizens of Ayodhya.
Tat, you are unnecessarily worrying. By witnessing Lord Shiva, I say that you are the most religious person in the world. At this time, our duty is to protect the promise of our father.
Oh Ram, oh Bharat, Maharaj Janak is here. Let's welcome him. Welcome Maharaj Janak. As you know, the royal family of Ayodhya is in dilemma at this time. In such times, your visit is an auspicious sign. All of us had the hopes that you will guide us through this with your knowledge and conscience. On one side, there is Ram's limits and Bharat's love on the other side. Who should win amongst the two? You are the eldest in both the families. So, all of us have unitedly decided that we will support your decision.
O Ram, O Bharat, who is best amongst you? That cannot be decided even by Brahma. I am just a human. But in this situation, considering this as my duty, I bow down to the lotus feet of the Lord and ask for the right guidance. O Ram, by seeing your determination towards your duty, even the demigods are worshipping you. According to scriptures, there is nothing greater than religious principles in all three planetary systems. But love, pure love, is such a divine feeling and expression that cannot be bound by any religion. When someone expresses devotion with pure love, then the Supreme Lord Himself breaks the rules of karma and all the laws of nature and folds His hands in front of His devotees. That is why Bharat's side is heavy at this point. O Bharat, but keep in mind, love also has some rules, some regulations. The real power of love lies in its being selfless, when it does not demand anything from its lover. That is why, O Bharat, you have to decide what you can give to your Ram, what can you sacrifice.
I can give my life for my worshipable Sri Ram Bhaiya.
Bharat, it is easy to give up life, but sometimes for your lover it becomes difficult to live. If you are truly an ardent devotee of Sri Ram, then go and sit in the lotus feet of Sri Ram and ask him what will please him the most.
Dear Ram Bhaiya, please tell me how should I serve you?
Bharat, please go back to Ayodhya and take charge of kingdom on my behalf and continue to serve citizens of Ayodhya and our mothers.
I have one request, Bhaiya.
Tell me, Tat, what can I do for you?
I would like to carry your paduka as your symbol of love. I will be waiting for you until you complete 14 years, and you have to promise me that you will not be late by even an extra day, else you will not see me alive.
Dear Bharat, I give you my word that I will return as promised. Lakshman, give Bharat my padukas.
Very good. Jai Shri Ram. I wasn't kidding when I said they went out of their way. They even got the shoes done. They really took out the time to make a wooden shoe, just as we have seen. So this is really amazing. Another hand of applause for them. Really good. And from there, we know what happened. From the exile, while they were in exile, Sita was kidnapped by Ravan, taken to Lanka, and they met Hanuman. And the pastimes begin when they tried to reconcile with Ravan. So the boys are going to depict that pastime to us. They're going to enact that pastime to us. I'm going to do some talking while they are getting their act together. The boys, I have to say, had the least time. We're talking about probably, 72 hours? They were given time. Okay. I was just being corrected. They were given time, but the time just flew by. Okay, that's a confession. They were busy with procrastination. So now they did it in 8 hours. So they're going to rock it with that pastime of how they are going to convince Ravan that Lord, Sri Ram, is a supreme Lord. So are we ready? Okay, you know that the 8 hours mean they need a little more time. And you can tell with the help of their mothers and the women and the girls, they got all their costumes ready, they got their wigs on, and I want to say the boys actually, two of the leaders, the boy Sangha leaders is Bhakta Brett and Jeet Mitra Govinda Das. And you will see them they are part of this group because they are the leaders, the Bhakta lead, the Sangha leaders for the boys. So they chose to be with the boys because they want to be young, thank God, and not with the Prabhus, the men. So I'm waiting for them to give me a green light, but it looks like 1 more minute. Okay, we got to be patient, I'm telling you. See, this is what happens when they procrastinate, right? This is what happens when they are busily procrastinating. Finding ways to procrastinate. It was so hilarious. Okay, so are we ready? The boys ain't telling me Haribol, that's the problem. Haribol, let's rock it.
Hare Krishna everyone. On this occasion of Ram Navami, the boys will be performing a drama on the pastime of Angad as a peace representative on behalf of Lord Ram to Ravan. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Serious business now. Get ready. You're talking with boys, now you know it's going to be serious. saved the best for last. It wasn't. So do you guys say this is the best one? So according to Achu Jaminder, 8 hours they rocked it. Give me a high five, young man. Hey, yaha. Slow. Thank you. My God, he's going to push me on the floor. I'm dead. We'll switch roles from the bad guy to the good guy, okay? Arriba. What do you all think? 4 dramas depicting the glimpse, the gist of Lord Ram. That is the beauty of Lord Ram. And I said they all put so much effort and so much time, so much dedication and effort. I mean, you can see by the costumes in 2 weeks. Of course not. And now we know that the women have hidden talent. They did it. Absolutely. And Bhakta Brad, you're a good actor. We got an actress. We got an actor in our team. Okay, you're joining the drama team, young man. No choice for you. You're good. You're really good. Thank you so much. One more time, give us all a round of applause. Wonderful service. And I humbly request all of you to please sit. Do not change out of your costumes. It's nice to watch this. Now we're going to put it all together in half an hour to really know and hear Lord Ram's selfless service. If you look at the life of Lord Ram, it was completely selflessness, completely. So this is a beautiful time that we're going to hear a half an hour lecture by Parikshit Prabhu, who's going to put all this together and so that we can glorify the selfless service of Lord Ram. So we can change afterwards. Until then, just sit in your costumes. Because it's really nice to see the devotees in their costumes playing the different roles. So as we're hearing the glories, boys, can you bring that Vyasa son, the speaker son, the thing here, please, Beta? So as we are hearing the lecture, we can put all of it together and really relish. As Sri Prabhupada said, hearing a lecture of the glories of the Lord is so important. So we put the whole thing together without further delay. Where is the mic stand? Sorry. And after the lecture, it's going to be a short one. We will have Pushpa Abhishek of Lord Sita Ram, Lakshman and Hanuman, all 4. And we'll follow by Aarti. And it'll be very nice that all of you who did the drama really offer the flowers to Lord Ram in that role that you're playing, because it's like surrendering to the Lord. Even if you are Ravan, you have no choice now. You got to offer flowers to the Lord. So it's very nice that we play that role. So and then we'll follow with Aarti and a very wonderful prasadam downstairs for Lord Ram.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to the Buddhis. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Ram Ram. Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. So, it's wonderful that we all can come together in this very auspicious occasion of Ramayana, Lord Ram's pastimes, and you've already seen wonderful depiction by the devotees here. Clearly, we see there's talent in this temple. Hare Krishna. We'll do a short Jai Radha Madhava, and then, as you already heard, the lecture is going to be fairly short, but hopefully a lecture that we all can learn something from it. I may be teaching, but I'm also learning. It's always the case, by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Vajjana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vajjana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Sharad Vihari Radha Sharad Vihari Radhi Jaya Radha Sharad Vihari Radha Sharad Vihari Radhi Jaya Jagan Bhadra. Jaya Gura Nita, Jaya Gura Nita, Jaya Gura Nita, Jaya Gura Nita. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora, Haribo. Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Privadikacharya Stotra Sata Srishti Maharaj Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki. Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Privadikacharya Stotra Sata Srishti Maharaj Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnavindi Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. ISKCON founder Charya Srila Prabhupada Ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Dvaita Gadadha Shiva Shri Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki. Vrindavan Dham Ki. Mathura Dham Ki. Navadvip Dham Ki. Jagannathpuri Dham Ki. Jagannath Swami Ki. Ganga Mai Ki. Jamuna Mai Ki. Tulsi Devi Ki. Bhakti Devi Ki. Sri Ram Navami Mahotsava Ki. Shama Veda Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki. So, Ramayana, written by Valmiki Muni, very, very popular around the world. And if you know Ramayana, you also know it would be popular for very good reason. There is so much to learn from Ramayana. It shows the extent of bhakti, devotional service to the Lord. The Lord himself coming as Lord Ram, and as it's already known in the Shastra, when the great personality, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when he comes, there are those who come before him, there are those who come with him, and there are those who come after him. So that the pastime starts from how things unfold, then to the personality of Godhead coming. So how things unfold, our Matajis showed that. And how the four representations, four forms, Lord Vasudev, Anirudh, Sankarshan, Pradumna, came as four brothers. I think it's good now. So, Ramayana, actually, you see a little bit about the person that wrote Ramayana. Valmiki Muni didn't start off being a Muni. Valmiki Muni was involved in quite a bit of Maya, but he was converted. And when he had a change of mind, then this wonderful epic, Ramayana, was written by him. 24,000 verses. Long. Bhagavatam, 18,000 verses. Bhagavad Gita, 700 verses. So much can be learned from Ramayana. So Ramayana teaches the spirit of selfless service and sacrifice. Lord Ram should have been king, but should have been in Krishna's pastimes is just an interesting clause to use. Should have been, everything happened by the Lord's will. So the entire thing, the entire unfoldment of Ramayana was such that we would learn all kinds of lessons from it. Selfless service, sacrifice. So the mood in which a devotee practices Bhakti Yoga is exemplified by the close associates who worked with Lord Ram so that the whole pastime would unfold and we would learn lessons from the pastimes. So we won't get into the pastimes themselves, but a few of those who were actual participants in the pastimes, we will mention a few of them. Lord Ram definitely was challenged by Ravan. Ravan was the king of Sri Lanka, and he wielded much power. He had relatives, sister, Shripanaka, brothers. But among the brothers, it was very interesting. One of them, Vibhishan. Vibhishan was actually a great devotee of Lord Ram, but he was still in Lanka. So, just like in Mahabharata, there was a brother of Dhritarashtra that tried to pump sense into Dhritarashtra's head. We're talking about Vidura. Vibhishan played a similar role. When Ravan took the great lady Sita herself in a very cunning way, in a deceitful, a deceiving way. So the deceit didn't get him anywhere because he had also been cursed that he couldn't really touch Sita. And so when this whole epic began to unfold, Sita had been captured, now he's been put in Sri Lanka. Lord Ram is in spiritual anxiety looking for his wife. And Vibhishan was there in Sri Lanka trying to convince Ravan to give Sita back to her husband. Still, Ravan's family very, very strange. Actually, before Sita was even captured, this person, sister of Ravan, Shripanaka, saw Lord Ram and wanted to relate to Lord Ram, but Lord Ram was married. His wife was there. Sita was there. How did Shripanaka react to it? She saw Sita as an impediment. So right in front of her husband and brother of this husband, she tried to kill Sita. Just imagine that. The husband is right there, and wife is there, and this other woman, whether Ram would even have any affection for Shripanaka, she didn't even think that way. She said, I just want him and I want him. I have to have him. You know what that mode is? It's called the mode of passion. We live with these three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Shripanaka showed passion after Lord Ram and ignorance towards Lord Ram's wife, Sita. I will just get rid of you. And when you're dead, then Lord Ram, well, I'm there, so then I can enjoy. Sometimes we meet people who are, and I'm saying we meet people because I'm assuming we're not that way. We meet people who are that way that would do anything we call in America step on others to get what they want. So Ramayana teaches us so many things. Shurpanakha was definitely wrong, needless to say, in trying to get Lord Ram's wife out of the way so she could enjoy Lord Ram. And of course, Lakshman made her pay for it. She couldn't get anywhere. She goes back to Lanka with a nose part cut off, ear part cut off, and convinces the brother in another cunning way that he should come possess Sita. And so Sita, to fast forward, Sita gets captured. And in fact, in that whole process of Sita getting captured, Sita actually accused Lakshman that, this whole thing was planned in such a way that Lakshman actually got into trouble a little bit with Sita because Sita was thinking that Lakshman was not going to give proper protection. That you hear something like, Ram's voice, Ram's is being attacked. But of course, it was a demon that had impersonated the voice of Lord Ram. And Lakshman knew it, but Sita would not believe it. And so it got to a point where Lakshman had to go and so-called save Lord Ram. And of course, and that was the way Ravan got in, pretending to be a Brahmin, a poor person, and finally abducted. Now, not to get into a long story about that, because Ramayana is quite well known. The other hero in here is Jatayu, the bird, who Sita told to tell Lord Ram that she had been abducted. That was the message. Give a message to my husband, Lord Ram, that I've been abducted. Very important message to give so that Lord Ram would know where Sita had been taken. What did Jatayu do? Jatayu went above and beyond the calling. And he was so affected. This is an old bird, up there in age. But he decided that it would be even better if Ravan does not reach Sri Lanka with Sita's wife. So he decided to attack. Now, what do we learn from that? Sometimes we are giving service, and the service that we're supposed to do has been explained, but when it comes to devotional service, there's devotion. There is no harm at all in going the extra mile to do something more. Now, of course, the steps that Jatayu took turned out to be the ultimate step. He actually fought this very strong and younger Ravan, and it cost him his life. But he died trying to serve his Lord and Master, Lord Ram, trying to prevent Sita from being taken to Sri Lanka. So, what we learn from that is whenever we can, when the service is there and nobody is taking on that service, we should, to serve Guru, to serve Krishna, to serve the devotees, take on services without any hesitation. That's one of the things we can learn from it. Don't hesitate to serve. Sometimes some of the services may bring their own brand of challenges, but don't let challenges ever stop you from serving. So Jatayu did the ultimate. He died. He wound up dying in Lord Ram's arms because Lord Ram reached him at the time he was dying. And so he was able to deliver the message. But he even went to the extent of getting a wonderful boon of dying when the Lord was present. Just like Bhishma also sacrificed, was on the wrong side in Hastinapur, took vows, and finally he was dying on the bed of arrows. He wanted to see Krishna. Krishna appeared. So Bhishma also died looking at Krishna. Jatayu died looking at Lord Ram. So if you go above and beyond service, then Krishna reciprocates by having even your passing away be an auspicious thing. For us, we may not get something that grand in terms of our passing, but we actually, in many ways, have it made too. What do we mean by that? They are devotees. If we maintain good relationship with devotees, and the time comes to leave, devotees can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra for us to remember Krishna so that we can go back to Krishna's abode. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So not only should we do service, but we should go above and beyond what we are asked to do. Do more. Definitely, if we have to do the service as we've been required to do, if we do that, then the quality of that service should be wonderful. Because sometimes, at the back of our mind, Maya says, but we have this to do. And the temptation to try to limit the extent to which we can put in good service. That will come, believe me. Sometimes when you come to Krishna Consciousness new, and you're so excited because so many answers that you never had before you came are being answered. I mean, the Shastra tells you a lot. Guru will tell you a lot. Senior devotees will tell you a lot. And other devotees will make it enjoyable. There's prasadam, there's singing, there's dancing. There's all of those things that make you excited. Right? That's in the beginning. And that would continue. But then, since we are conditioned souls, the time will come for us to work on ourselves too. That would also come. And at that time, make sure that you're around devotees who are experienced, that will tell you things about what to do and what not to do, because spiritual life is very different from material life. It's very, very, very different from material life. Even when you're doing things that are similar, still the consciousness behind it is, I'm doing this to serve the senses of Krishna. I'm doing this to favor the temple and the devotees. I'm not doing this for myself. A materialist thinks of doing things to satisfy themselves, for their senses. And so in Ramayana, there's so many examples are there. Of course, there were two sides, Lord Ram's side, and all of the monkeys that helped to make the war become successful on the part of Lord Ram. And Lord Ram's own pastime, which was there, that he was to get rid of Ravan, that also happened. We go back all the way from before Kumaras and how they cursed the gatekeepers. So yes, those two souls, Ravan and Kumbhakarna, were in fact part of the Lord's pastimes. But the Lord does this. See, Jagannath Bali Subhadra ki, Gonitai ki. So there is so much that we can learn from the way they behaved. And of course, Bharat, the brother of Lord Ram. How many people would turn down being an emperor of the whole world when the opportunity comes? There is so much wealth, there is so much pomp, there is so much attention that will be given. Still, right is right. And that was the point that Bharat stayed on. My brother is oldest, according to things that are set up. He's supposed to be king, and now my own mother, which this is Bharat now, my own mother has sabotaged this opportunity. If you were in Ayodhya and you were expecting Lord Ram to be king and you heard later on that he wasn't going to be, it would be quite heartbreaking. Not to say that the other three brothers were not competent, but everybody was expecting Lord Ram because that's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that opportunity was taken away. Still, the way in which it was resolved is where we learn our lessons. Bharat did not take over. Bharat only ruled representing Lord Ram. Right is right. Right is right means Lord Ram is supposed to be the emperor. So if that gets taken away, then so if we get a situation, we'll get put in a situation where we know what is right, but it doesn't quite happen that way because there's somebody else or something else that gets in between what should really happen. What we learned from what Bharat did was we have to make some sort of adjustment. Not a compromise necessarily, but an adjustment. Compromise means where I'll take part of it, you can take part of it. This is not compromise at all. We're talking about an adjustment so that what is right, at least, will be at the back of the minds of the people. In Ayodhya, Bharat never sat on the throne. He had Lord Ram's footwear there so that the citizens would always, every time they come into the court, the meeting place where the king is supposed to be, they see Lord Ram's slippers, they know that Bharat has in fact said in his actions, said through his actions that Ram is still the king. So it's a matter of waiting 14 years and the real Lord Ram will be there. So many lessons to learn from this. So we shouldn't try to get to a position that is not ours. Right is right. What is right is right. What is right should be the one that should prevail. So all our spiritual advancement really depends on cultivating the mood of selfless service, just like Jatayu did, just like Bharat did. So, in that way, Lord Chaitanya teaches us that when we serve in a selfless mood, not selfishly, but selfless mood, then the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra will flow from our lips with the good mood. It's supposed to awaken our souls. The mantra would flow by the Lord's mercy. And so, to that end, in the Sri Shastaka, the Lord Chaitanya says, Tinada pisuni chena, taroriva sahisnuna, amadina manadena, ketaniya sadahari. So, one should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind like Bharat did. Not taking the position when it was offered to him. Bethinking oneself, lower than the straw on the street, more tolerant than the tree. So humility is there, tolerance is there. Fortitude is also important, because that's where the challenges come. When the challenges come, we should definitely go on and make whatever adjustment that needs to be made so that the right thing, in fact, occurs. We should offer respect. The whole Ramayana is all kinds of respect. We see the sages offered respect. Vishwamitra Muni was offered, Vasishtha Muni was offered respect. Maharaj Dasara when he needed to. All of that. There's so much built in. So we should give respect, but not clamor for respect. Give respect, but not expect that people have to respect you. So in that state, it's also that respecting and not expecting respect is also another form of humility. In that state of mind, then we can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, with the right consciousness. Srila Prabhupada has given us a wonderful opportunity. This International Society for Krishna Consciousness, he has set it up in such a way that by the Lord's mercy, the mercy of Krishna and Ram, because we chant Hare Krishna mantras of Lord Ram, Lord, actually Srimati Radharani as Hara, and Lord Ram. So all of that's there. We have an opportunity to go back to Godhead while Kali Yuga gets worse and worse and worse and worse, the situation on this planet is bad and getting worse. More anxiety. So much is there. But we have an opportunity to go back to Godhead. So in this Ram Navami celebration, let's remember that selfless service, that's what's called devotion, selfless service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead should be primary, should be important at the back of our minds. And whenever we get that opportunity to serve, we should do that. And if we don't have service, you can always call and ask, is there something I can do? Or when you think about somebody to do, call and say, I'm thinking of serving this way. Would that fit into the program that's happening? When you do that from your heart, Krishna will give you his heart. Srimati Radharani will give you his heart. What do we need? Not so much. We are infinitesimal small parts and parcels of the Lord. The Lord doesn't have to have a huge energy to come help us. It's easy for him. He can help us sleeping practically. Yeah. So we don't need much. For us, this world is difficult to deal with. But for Krishna, it's nothing. It's nothing. Just remember that. There's so many things he set up for us. His representative, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, all of that is there to help us. So we should do selfless service, go the extra mile when the opportunity is there, or even pray for ideas to go the extra mile. Even if you can't find it, if you sometimes pray, Krishna will give you the intelligence to go the extra mile. Then put in that effort, and then in the end, Krishna will welcome us back at Golok Vrindavan, of all places. Golok Vrindavan, I want to start another lecture about that, but it is the supermost planet in the spiritual world. And Srila Prabhupada is rooting for us. Came and put so much effort. Now is rooting for us to go back. So let's take advantage of it. Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, it's like Guru Premanande. Hari 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 Bol. Now, we have 5 or so minutes here. Questions or comments? Does anybody have questions or comments? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna's mercy, Guru's mercy. Okay. Mm-hmm. The question is, devotees performed, devotees we hear performed pastimes related to Ramayana. How can the pastimes help us? The pastimes remind us first of the Lord's greatness. It reminds us of the Lord's greatness and the connection that the devotees have from their hearts to the Lord. We didn't even mention Hanuman much, And Hanuman's loyalty. Great, there's another point, loyalty. So, by either reading or hearing or watching as we did today, the pastimes of Lord Ram, the lessons that come from that, we should incorporate that into our lives. Our material lives, the occupational duties are there. Yes, those are there. We have these physical bodies that will take care of those. Those are there. But we should always remember we're not for this material world. We don't belong here. We belong in the spiritual world, and the pastimes that the Lord, in this case, Lord Ram, performed along with his devotees are lessons for us to connect more with bhakti, give our hearts, and in our own little way, wherever we are, also perform devotional service. And of course, the acts themselves are wonderful to watch. And it reminds us of what Lord Ram did when he was here. Millions of years ago, by the way, it was Treta Yuga, and we are in Kali Yuga now, so it's been millions of years ago. It's at least over 7 million years ago. Still, is ever fresh in our minds. That is the power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His pastimes. So, yes, put to use all of the examples in the pastimes that the Lord performs. In this case, Lord Ram in Ramayana. Hare Krishna. Any other? Okay, so I guess we can, yes? All right, so we'll stop here. Kirtan, wonderful service. Abhishek first. We'll have Abhishek to Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman, and then Artik after that. Okay, those are the two things. Shri Prabhupada ki, Vitai Gaura Premanande. Hare Hare Gaura.
Hare Krishna. We request devotees to please to stand up. Preacher will start chanting. And if we request devotees to please come up one at a time to have your hands purified and offer to the Lord flowers. And yeah, if the women can please arise, as we say. And come closer. I promise you, we do not bite. We are all vegetarians. Absolutely. I can guarantee you with blood writing on the paper, for sure. That's a different Ras. At home is different. Yeah. Look, he's still alive, so you know he's doing good. Yes, absolutely. It's different, but yes. And we also request devotees when you come up to offer flowers, one at a time. Sometimes we come up in couples, and I gotta close the offering after that. And actually, Srila Prabhupada says that we have our own karma. My karma is not my husband's karma, thank God. If not, he's gonna be in big trouble. And his karma is not mine. Also, thank God. What did he say? Yeah, twice, so I'm in trouble. We have our own karma. It's fine. We have our own karma. We have our own connection, own purification, own relation. So we ask one by one, please do come up. And yes, that's just how it works, you know, I tell you. Gotta be careful sometimes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram, Bolo. Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman, Jaya Hanuman. Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Katita Vavana Sitaram. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman, Jaya Jaya Hanuman. Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman, Jaya Jaya Hanuman. Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschathyadi Shatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashari Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashari Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Go Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare. Krishna 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 Hare. Krishna 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 Hare. Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Lakshmana. Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshama. Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahima. Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahima. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Lakshman Hanuman, Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Jagana, Jaya Jagana, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Gaura Premanande. Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivajagacharya Sto. Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki. Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivajagacharya Stotra Satya Srimad His Divine Grace Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnavind Ki. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki. ISKCON founder Charya Shri Prabhupada Ki. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवद्वीप धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जगन्नाथ स्वामी की गंगा माई की जमुना माई की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की सामवेद भक्तवृंद की Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Ladadaine. Pralada Ladadaine. Hiranyakasipu Vakshaha. Hiranyakasipu Vakshaha. Shilatankana Kalaye. Shilatankana Kalaye. Ito ne chingo, paralo ne chingo. Nito chingana chingo. Yato yato yamitato ne chingo. Rahi ne chingo, idaye ne chingo. Narasingha Marim Saranam Papadi. Narasingha Marim Saranam Papadi. Avakala Kamaravare Naka Aguta Singha Lalita Hiranyakasipu Tano Bringa Kesavarisha Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Re Jai Jagadisha Re Jai Jagadisha Re. Avakala Kamaravane Naka Abuta Singa Lalita Hiranyakasipu Tano Bringa Keshavarita Hari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Nasingare, 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 Jai Nasingare. Jaya Phala Maharaj, Phala Maharaj, Phala Maharaj, Jaya Phala Maharaj. Hari-o, Hari-bo, Hari-o, Hari-bo. Nithai Gora Hari-bo, 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 Hari-bo. King Bhagavan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Nithai Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna. Wow. I can tell you. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. Ram Navami Mahotsava ki. Love this. Oh my God. I'm drowning. Haribol. This is good. This is good. Amazing. Anyway, want to thank all the devotees for coming out for Ram Navami. It's wonderful to see so many devotees jumping and dancing in ecstasy. Amazing. I was thinking of that. Shall I jump off the altar or finish the Aarti service? I was getting tempted. I said, no, I'm past my flips days, so forget it. But yeah, this is very exciting. Thank you so much. Want to thank few devotees. Firstly, want to thank the Brooks Bhakti Yoga for organizing a wonderful Harinam yesterday. It was very nice, very enlivening. It was very sweet, I have to say. Thank you so much for doing that. Just in the mood of Ram Navami. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the 4 groups for doing a wonderful Ram Navami drama. I can definitely know that we have some new additions, Bhavya and Mamina. We have new additions to our drama team. One is Mathura. I'm telling you, that woman rocks. She is good. Not only was she good, in fact, she literally said every word memorized. Bak the bread, you were good. You were good. All of you were amazing. Ajit Mitra, I never knew you could get angry, man. Very nice, and the boys were funny. I have to, not that I'm biased, but the boys were the best. They made us laugh. They made us laugh. It was a nice closure to the whole program. Thank you so much. Thanks to all the devotees who did a wonderful cooking for Ram Navami. There's so much prasadam down there. A lot of prasadam down there. So please get ready for a wonderful, wonderful feast. Few announcements. Next Saturday, April 16th is Earth Day. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We will need both the book team and the Harinam team will be out. So please be ready and available to do the service. And anyone else that can come out and support them, please do participate with them. The more help we get, the merrier. Just like what we did yesterday at Reading was beautiful. So let's mark our calendars for that. April 17th, it's our Sunday program. We have our guest speaker, Bushara Prabhu, who is a senior Prabhupada disciple. Very, very nice devotee. April 23rd. How come only the youth know that? Good. Spring Kirtan Ki. As we said, it's no more 6 hours, it's 8 hours now. And we have devotees coming from outside of Pennsylvania, outside of Harrisburg City. We have few esteemed guests, proper disciples. One is His Grace Vishnugada Prabhu from Philadelphia. His Grace Balabhadra Bhattacharya Prabhu from Atlanta. Budbrid Prabhu from Gitanagari. And I'm missing, who else am I missing? Proper disciples. That are the key ones? Okay. And then all the other Kirtaniyas are coming from outside. We have a couple of them coming from Canada. So let's rock it. And whenever we say 8 hours, it tends to be 10 hours because the youth like to do finale forever. So let's be very available for for April 23rd. It's really important that we come out and chant the holy name of the Lord all day long. Beautiful. Yes, really, really nice. Two more activities, events happening next month. One is May 9th, Mother's Day. 9th. Even the mothers forgot. Jeez. Okay, not good. May 9th is Mother's Day. And we're going to figure out, dear Krishna, we're going to crack our heads. We're going to figure out something exciting for the mothers. Yes, it's going to be your special day on that Sunday. So please do come out, all the mothers with the family and the children. Let's do something special for them. It's really important that we honor the mothers. That's on May 9th. And May 14th, I think it's May 4th. Yes, May 14th is? Are you ready for another surprise? I just got to figure out what it is. I have to, give me a week, and I'll think of something that we all can do as a community. I think this is very clear from today's drama skits. You know, just like it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a community to uphold this temple building and come together. And actually, Srila Prabhupada went one step ahead. He built a house where the whole world can live in, beyond our conception. That's what Srila Prabhupada did. So the more we do things together as a community, we come together, we serve together, we have fun together, we will start picking up the community building spirit. That's the whole idea of Krishna Consciousness. Because in Goloka Vrindavan, in the spiritual world, it's community building. So this is our practice ground. This is our playground. So we got to figure out how to have community building amongst ourselves before we even think of going to Krishna Loka. That's what happens over there. So it's very nice, and I'm very happy that you all are happy, that you all had a good time, an enjoyable time. And and July 9th is? Hari Bol. It's literally 3 months from now. We got the permit. We got the Rath. We got the cooks. The three main pillars, right? Now we got to figure out all the other stuff. So hopefully we will definitely get few details out. I'm meeting with the state office this week. And then we'll start sharing out details of how we're going to make this a wonderful Rath Yatra. Now, after 2 years, because of COVID. So now we got to wake up from our couches and make this a rocking Rath Yatra. We have a couple of confirmation from 2 sannyasis, and Potomac Temple has confirmed that they are going to announce, and then they're going to bring their crew. So we got a big crowd coming. So let's get ready. So before we leave, thank you all again for coming. Please do see the deities and do see Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman before you leave, and go have a wonderful feast downstairs. It's a lot of prasadam. Srila Prabhupada ki!
मैं शेयर कर रहा था दिल से लेते हैं ना कि ये तो हमारे दिल में काम होता है तो बहुत खुश होता है ये मेरा the backing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's
Because we have this came out here. So, for example, he was invited by father. You want some contact. You want to surrender them. California. But we are all so we are I just have other things in our way. What are the other Everybody go through that. residing? Did we hear that? Did we hear that from Shastra? Krishna resides in everyone's heart. Is that true? Is that true? Everybody remembers that? Yes. Okay. And our everything is only Krishna, right? Whom we are loving to? Krishna. If we are loving to Krishna, if our life and soul is for Krishna, and Krishna is residing in everyone's heart, then why I am seeing the faults in some other Krishna? Is your Krishna and the other Krishna is different? No? Right? No. So Krishna residing in your heart and Krishna residing in your heart, they are both same. I am going to let you decide which Krishna, or which Krishna is. That is a homework for you. But Krishna is residing everywhere. So when I see that Krishna is residing in your heart, when I am paying obedience to you, enough. We have enough. 2-3 cameras out there. Hopefully they got you.
Again, I need to get.
I think I forgot about taking the
I need to get Prabhuji to